Well, a Blount County man has been double billed for a flight, and he says one of the charges was paid to a scammer. But as he tells consumer reporter Don Dare, he didn't know that he was dealing with a con artist. Don.
Well, that's exactly right, Elena. He believed he was talking to a booking agent with Expedia. However, he was dealing with a scammer. What these bad actors are doing is impersonating online travel agents and airlines to steal your credit card information and your money. Consumer experts say it is a sophisticated scam because of the wording that's included in statements you receive when you book a flight with them.
Now that he's retired, David has enjoyed traveling. His most recent trip was to Prague, the capital city of the Czech Republic. David asked that we not use his last name. He booked the trip through Expedia. The cost of the flight was $722. And if he accepted a one-key credit card, he'd be given a money-saving deal. He said yes.
They offered a $400 travel credit in the future, and so I booked the flight and the hotel, and I thought that was the end of it.
But at the time, unknown to him, David's troubles with the scammer were just beginning after booking the trip.
The next day, I get an email from something that says that it's Expedia, and it's $722.41 of the charges that I've made the day before were denied.
Then you call One Key to find out if they had declined the $722?
Yes.
What did they tell you?
They said that because I didn't have the full credit card number, that they couldn't give me any information on the account, and that I would have to wait to get the physical card and to give them the full number before they would be able to talk to me.
Now, all of this happened before he went on the week-long excursion to Prague.
Then you get an email from a business that you believe is Expedia.
Yes. The lady that answered said she was from Expedia, and said that she didn't understand why it was the 722 was not approved either, but that I needed to pay it in order to go on my trip.
So David uses his Priceline credit card and charges $722 to avoid losing what he had already paid. Then he was told something out of the ordinary.
And at the very end, of course, she said, you cannot, these are non-refundable charges, and you can't dispute them with your credit card company.
When David returns from his overseas trip, his new one-key credit card statement shows a $722 charge, and his Priceline card shows the exact amount was charged.
It turned out that the Priceline had paid PCM Travel, which was a company that was not who I had talked to, I thought.
PCM Travel states that it is a legitimate third-party company that provides convenience, but reports show that it has been accused of deceiving customers into booking with them, and a scam alert warning has been issued.
Priceline paid PCM Travel?
Yes. Yes, and I thought they were paying Expedia, but PCM was a scam, and when I found that out, I put an immediate freeze on my card and said that I wanted to dispute it.
In his dispute, David faxed Priceline a copy of his one-key statement and a copy of the Priceline statement, but PCM was persistent.
Because they came up with information where I had actually agreed to pay the charges, which I did agree because I didn't realize I was being scammed.
But his credit card, Priceline, sends David this letter stating PCM had not violated the terms of its sales agreement and that he must pay the $722 charge.
Okay, I've got your account.
David explains the entire scenario to the customer service representative, but is given the same answer he received in that letter.
If this was a scam transaction, we are unable to dispute the charge.
But it was a scam.
David says he's disappointed that his credit card company believed the scammers and not him. However, he was told to send a letter of intent and explain why he wanted to reopen the case in order to get his money back.
One way to protect yourself from scams like David experienced is to go directly to the source. book through the official airline or hotel website. Be wary of unexpected contacts and do not trust phone numbers provided in unsolicited emails or texts. Also, verify any communication by finding the company's official contact information online. Now, David does plan on writing that letter of intent as directed, hoping his dispute will be reconsidered. We don't know. Elena?